Yura, hello. My name is Isiah Hippisley, a proud Pita man, and I pay my respects to the ancestors, elders, past, present, and emerging, who strengthens and guides us, continually nurtures us, and inspires us to be future custodians of this land. Now sit back, enjoy, and why don't you listen on into a bit of a yarn.
Or, something's happening in my life and it's impacted me in a mental state where I just feel like crap, I'm going to get up and go do a 120 kilo bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like having that mindset.
Yeah.
You're continuously growing and continuously
Exactly,
growing.
man. And you can even use that outside of the gym. Like, let's say there's a situation that even if there's like a girl you want to talk to and you'd be like, oh no, you get nervous inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you uncomfortable. Go send it. Go find out.
Do it.
You just gotta do it, man. Like even coming to this podcast, bro, I was a little bit nervous, but I was like, do you know what? This is how you grow as a person.
It's how you honestly, man, like thanks for being on it. Like, I've loved having this opportunity to just yarn with you and just chat. Like, we need to make this normal. We need to make it where it's just easy to go, oh hey bro, how's your day been?
Exactly.
Like, let's have a yarn. Like let's just have a chat because it's very little, and especially for a lot of men, bro. Like I'm really trying to create awareness for young men's mental health. Between the ages of 13, 14 to your late 20s. There's so many conversations that I have with people, and they're like, I just didn't have someone to talk to. And they're in their 40s and 50s. I was literally talking to a guy yesterday in the gym. He's like crazy top 1 Brisbane powerlifter, and he's like got all these people, and he's Instagram famous and all this. And I had a 5-minute conversation with him, and he's like, dude, I feel lonely. And I was like, wow. Like, to put that into perspective, someone who is so high up, not only in the fitness industry, in the men's mental health, and what he's doing as an individual, and he's in his late 50s, bro. And then he's like, I just feel lonely. I've got a wife, I've got kids, but I just don't feel like I have anyone who I can talk to. And that was like a major.
I feel like it is quite a lonely journey. Like if you're trying to achieve, because you got to eliminate like almost all distractions. Like even me, I've found that I've stopped going out as much. Like I had a very social life before I started, really getting into like the social media, head down into the gym game. And I used to go out like every weekend. And then kind of when COVID kicked in, I stopped. And that actually was kind of good for me because it allowed me to like really dial in, focus. But even now, man, I still get out a bit, but I feel like, it is quite a lonely journey. But I like what you're doing, man, raising awareness and trying to,
thanks, bro.
trying to like bring that out. And like, I feel like the gym is a great place to just talk to like-minded people.
It's such an awesome segue too in a conversation. Like, do you want to, let's go train. Yeah. Like, even if it's not even a conversation, it's like, yo, bro, like, do you want to have a sesh together? Like, let's train. And that creates a spark straight away. And that creates like a brotherhood almost, whether it's spoken or not. Yeah. You create this really cool bond. And, like, that's something that's really hard to find.
Yeah, there's something about, like, just gym bro connection. It's just, it's different, man. Like, if I can, it's crazy. I can almost, I think because I gym so much, but if I see another guy that gyms, we just get on. It's crazy. Just because we got that in common.
There's a common.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what people, like, if you want to talk with like-minded people, you got to find like, common ground. And if you go to the gym, man, everyone's there, and you can just talk with them, and it flows, and it's it's good vibes. So
and just into a segue as well, what you were saying before around the whole side of it's lonely. The journey is lonely. Like me myself, I've had to cut off so many toxic things that I've been grabbed onto. Whether that's alcohol or toxic people or partying and all these things that are so distractful and just money pits. To be able to go, you know what, I'm actually going to stand for something different. I'm going to break this generational chain that we've developed of once you hit 18, you go get absolutely hammered and party until you're 25, and then you set yourself up. Yeah. Like, I'm really standing for you know what, let's change this mindset. Yeah. Let's get young Aboriginal men and women into law degrees and doctors and all of this hone in. And let's get, non-First Nation for us to really hone in on this growth and development
Yep.
as a person.
Yeah, so even touching on that, so I've found that, yeah, very lonely, man. Like when you want to achieve something that's not like, I feel like as an 18 to 22-year-old is partying every week, and that's kind of like the social norm. That's what everyone wants to do.
It's just
though.
normal.
It's
Everyone does
normal.
it, yeah.
And like, I don't look, there's nothing wrong with that, but personally, I want to achieve something greater, like really great. So I've had to cut off going out every weekend. And that's also affected my friendships, because I won't see, like, they were mainly the friends I would see every weekend. Now I don't see them as much. So you lose friend groups. You find out who your true people are.
Oh, 100%,
but
bro.
you know what? At the end of the day, it's good. It's a good thing, because like you're doing better. You're saving your money, and like, I still go out on occasions, man. So it's nothing. It's not too crazy.
And moderation is such a massive thing as well.
Yeah, moderation.
Like,
if you
having moderation in your life is really important. But just touching on what you said before, like, sacrifice equals success.
Yeah.
And that is, if you have that mindset,
Yeah.
Whether it is losing that friendship group or not doing that particular activity because you're wanting to have more time, to develop and grow and all these things, like, you see the doors that close as an opportunity to open new ones.
Yeah, 100%.
And
like with that, I've lost a lot of my friend groups, but I've also, in this journey, I've met a lot of like people on the same path as me. So even just through being on live streaming on TikTok, I've met a lot of people who are on the Gold Coast who are in the same like social media space. They're into the gym. Like one of my good mates now, Yura, I've met him through, I just randomly requested a live with him, and now we're good mates, and he's moving to Bali and we're moving into his place on the Gold Coast. And he's like, professional bodybuilder. So he's doing really well with himself, and you make those connections just on the path. So, it's like, although you do lose friends, you make new ones on the way who are on the same path. And it's good to see, man.
Definitely. And like, just touching on that as well, like this crazy thing we call life, and this crazy journey we have as young men especially, is everything's changing. And everything will continue to change. And you have to learn to be comfortable with change, and you have to learn how to grow with change. Because if you can't do that, you'll continuously be chasing your tail of, why did I not do that? Why did I lose this? Why did I lose that? And that's something that I have really, really, really tried to not only pride myself in, but really harness and really, really train myself to be like, you know what, like, that friendship is over for a reason. That door's shut for a reason. You didn't get that job opportunity because the next one's going to open. And that's, if you can have that mindset, it's not only so personally growing, but you create a massive ripple effect, exactly like you're doing. One simple follow, has now given you an opportunity to get a house. And
literally. In a market where I probably wouldn't have been able to if I hadn't reached out to him or done that invite. And I think change is like really important, because I feel like a lot of people are like not scared of change, but they're very comfortable with what they're doing. Because change, it creates problems as well, but it also, leads down to better avenues. And like, if nothing changes in your life, nothing will change. So like, if you don't like, I feel like a lot of people need to understand, like, if they don't like what they're doing in some aspects, it's got to change. Like, and if you don't change it, then exactly. It's your responsibility. You're not going to enjoy what you're doing. So I think people like need to stop being scared of change, and if you want to go out and get something, do it. Take action, because if you don't take action, then nothing will change. And I think that's a big thing that
I love that, man, and it's so real. Like, it's such a real thing, and I really appreciate bringing that up. Touching on your career, touching on your journey. Has there ever been a speed bump? Has there ever been where a door's closed on you and you're like, well, shit, like, didn't expect that, but let's make something of it?
There has been a few. So I was going to the US for a year. That was actually, I was speaking with this agency. They were going to take us out to the US. So I kind of like put almost everything on the back burner. I was like, right, well, when this opportunity comes, that's going to be me sorted. I don't really have to do too much. And then it kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And I was like, you know what? I can't wait around forever because it was actually like putting a burden on everything else I wanted to achieve. So I ended up and I reckon I spent around 3 months where I was almost just like waiting for this US trip to come. And I just was like, nah, I've had enough.
Yeah.
That was a big setback for me because that was 3 months where I could have spent, grinding to my goals in Australia. And that actually gave me the fuel just to grind even harder. So since that setback, it's fueled me to work twice as hard to make up for it. Yeah. And it's really just made me realize like there's no time to waste. Like those 3 months, probably in arguably the best years of my life, 20 to 21. Look, there's nothing I can do about it now. But look, head down. You learn from your mistakes, and like I feel like making mistakes is a big thing. Like,
100%.
you want to make mistakes because you learn from them, and you know, all right, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, but making mistakes is again that uncomfortability.
Yeah.
You learning, sitting with yourself and being like, damn, like, I stuffed up, and really sitting with yourself and going, you know what, didn't do the wrong thing.
Yeah. And even if it's not in your control, like I feel like even situations you can't control, it's happened. You've got to move on. Like all you can do now is work harder. Yeah. Like there might be a situation where you have no control of, and everything just goes downhill, and you're like, why me? Like why is this happening to me? But look, at the end of the day, you can't control that situation. You can only control what you can control. So yeah, just head down, keep working, and I know people like if you put your head down and work 100% at something, you will achieve it. You will succeed. 100%. Like I don't know anyone that hasn't grinded, done everything right, and has not succeeded. So
100%, and that's exactly what you said right there and then. If you give you 100%, you're gonna get 100% back. Yeah. And it's what you put out is what you're gonna achieve. So is there a dream to go to America? Like is that on the cards still? Look,
it is still on the cards, but not anytime soon. I'll look maybe in the next couple of years, but not this year. Yeah. This year, I'm moving to the Gold Coast in 2 months. Yeah. So that's on the cards. And look, I love the Gold Coast. It's like the fitness there, the lifestyle, the beach, like
very
it's just
green.
It's amazing, man. So I've been there. I go down there like every couple of weekends, and I'm just like, so in 2 more months, I'm moving in there, and that's kind of where I'm going to start working on, businesses and really pursuing that fitness lifestyle and inspiring others. So
will we see more of James Serbov?
Oh, mate, you will definitely see more.
I hope so.
So at the moment, my goal is just to keep smashing out the lives for the next couple of months. Yeah. And then get to the Gold Coast, and I've got some businesses in the works. So it's like, it's going to revolve around like 3 pillars, which is like mindset, physique, and aura. So it's going to be like a business I'm going to put around there. So stay tuned.
It's mindset.
Like your physique, and then how you like handle yourself, like aura, so like you're confident.
Bro.
Yeah.
I love that word, aura.
Yeah, aura.
Like your aura.
Like how you like the energy you kind of give off.
That's so mad, bro. Well, I'm super keen to hear that and see that develop and grow, and I know it's going to be everything that you wish and hope for.
Yeah, it'll be good, man. A lot of work still to go, still early days, but yeah, it'll come.
Definitely. So just very, very quickly touching back onto the gym side of stuff. So where are you currently training?
So I'm just training. I actually just moved to World Gym Bayside.
Yeah.
So I was originally obviously I was going to that gym which was Snap Fitness. I probably won't say the location. Yeah. I was there for 18 months when I was going in. Yeah. And I wasn't tapping in. But then I was in my apartment gym for 18 months. That was through the COVID period. Then I actually signed up for Good Life. So I was there for 18 months. And that just finished last week. And then now I'm at World Gym.
Yeah. How do you find
Bayside. Oh, mate, yeah, it's good. I love changing gyms. I love just going to new gyms, getting the new vibe. New culture, new equipment, just seeing like new people. Like I just love being in the environment of the gym. Yeah. It's crazy. Like I'll even go into the gym and just film content even when I'm not gymming. Like I'll just go in the room and just be a part of it. Yeah. And I love just being a part of the gym, and it's good. But the reason I signed up for that World Gym was because when I move to the coast, I'm going to be going to a World Gym there. So yeah, and I've been to that gym before, and there's some big boys there. World Gym Ashmore, some big boys. So and I like being in an environment where I'm like down the bottom, and I'm like, and I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys are massive. That makes me work harder.
100%. I love exactly the same, man. Like I love going to like bodybuilding comps or being around boys that are just different breeds, man.
Yeah.
And you're like, man,
So you
I'm
inspire,
gonna match that.
yeah.
I'm gonna match that level, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring that energy and that, you know, that drive that you guys have. I'm gonna match that.
Yeah,
and you
100%.
grow in a massive rate.
Yeah, and especially taking advice from those kind of guys. Like if you get the opportunity to talk to someone of that's like, you know, who's done it, who's achieved it, and they've always got great advice. And I feel like, you listen to them, they will teach you some great tips. And
I love that, bro. I love that.
So
are we for what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was just gonna say. Anyway, around your so your next step. So your businesses, you're moving for your filming and your content.
Yep.
Right. For just to touch on that, like your advice wise, if you're a young influencer, you're someone who's just starting out, and you're someone who is really struggling to get in front of the camera and be that confident, and you know, the posing and the lighting and all these different things. And please go look at James Serbov, his account, all his TikToks, his Instagrams, everything is amazing advice. What would that be?
look, I would just say you've just got to start somewhere. So even if it's, look, you just kind of got to do it. At the end of the day, if you want to achieve, if you want to be that influencer, you want to achieve it, you've got to go out and do it. And it may be uncomfortable, and you may only get, like, the first time you do it, it might only go for like, you might be able to do it for like a minute, and then you might get a little bit shy. Each time, just keep improving it, keep going, and then eventually you'll be a natural in front of the camera, and just speaking to the camera, just learning the poses, just learning what to do. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and the better you get at it. So that's what my advice would be. Just go out and do it, and then you'll see results. Like you'll be better at it.
I love that, and just going out, like, just give it a go.
You should do it.
Do it. Like, there's no rule or law around how to specifically do it. And I think when you can, as young influencers, out there that are trying to start, and even for us, being able to bring yourself at the rawest form and being like, this is me, like it or leave it. And that you bring a level of content that no one else can have. Yeah. Because it's you.
Because no one can copy. Like, a lot of people do, like, the gym pose, and that's what I started with, gym poses, this and that. Yeah. But everyone can do that. If you really want to stand out, you've got to speak with your voice. You got to, influence with your voice, because no one can match your personality, what you say. That's what keeps you, like, that's what makes you stand out. So I think, even if the first few times you film, you get nothing, at least you know what you're doing. Just set the camera up, attach a mic, just talk, even if you don't post it, at least next time I'm going to do this, I'll improve in this area, watch it back, and just keep trying to improve every time. And if you just do 1% better every day, in 100 days, you'll be 100% better.
Yeah, that's wicked, man.
So,
so 100-day challenge.
Yeah, 100 day, you go.
Challenge. Go do it.
100-day challenge, try and improve every day.
Yeah.
And then you'll be twice as good.
That's wicked, man. So do you have someone managing your social media accounts now at the level you're at? Or
no, it's all me at the moment. Wow. And I'm just going to keep it that way, because, look, it's not crazy big, but once it does, reach that level, I might have to. But at the moment, it's manageable. Because I devote all my time to social media. I don't. That's what my that's what my income stream is. So I can manage it. But if you were, like, doing a full-time job on top of that as well, and the social media, you might have to. But I'm able to manage it all. And
that's all. And it's so cool to be able to see that you've literally built the life you want at such a young age, which is so sick.
I know, it honestly blows my mind, man.
Like the fact that you can influence, gym, live stream, and still make an income to live is amazing at our age. It's genuinely crazy, and it's very, very, very few people can succeed it and do it.
I'm grateful for what I've done, and it's crazy, man, because it'll be like a Tuesday. And I'm just doing the same thing I'm doing on a Saturday, like a Sunday. But I do go quite late into the night. So I'm normally up till like 3 a.m.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, driving down the roads at 3 a.m, no one's down there. Yeah. And it kind of like just puts you in this mindset of like, not many other people are doing this. Yeah. Like, you're driving at the night, it's midnight in the gym, and you're just kind of like like, not that I'm the only one doing it, but it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, it puts in perspective, like, wow, I'm operating a lot different to other people.
100%. Like,
And-
there's that whole top 1%er.
Yeah,
Have you heard
yeah,
of
I've
that?
heard of that.
And like, that's real, man. Like, if you can sit in that top 1% and that you're 100% grind focused, you can't fail. You genuinely can't fail. Like,
No, yeah, you can't.
whether you have setbacks and things like that in life, you will continuously succeed and you will continuously keep moving forward. Whether there's speed bumps in the road or whether, whatever. Like, even talking to Richard, like, his mindset is 100%. I'm focused and
You're
I'm
gonna
on
make
this
it,
road
yeah.
and I'm on this journey. And he's had an amazing life and a very, full on life as well. He's had crazy experiences, but just listening to him talk about, you know what, it happened and I moved on and I made something from it and now, and I wouldn't be here without that.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to see.
Yeah, and it's great. Like, mindset is so powerful. Mindset is so powerful. Like, if you believe truly in yourself, you will achieve this, you will go out and do it. But if you start doubting yourself and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, I can't do this, you're probably not going to achieve it. So it's really, you got to ingrain in your brain that you can do it. And if you're doing everything you can, you're training in the gym, you're eating well, you're getting out, it'll fuel your mind and you'll be like, I can achieve all this. And like, that's what I found when I was going out partying on the weekends. When I would come back the next morning, I was hungover and I'd started doubting myself. I'm like, because I'd be low energy. I'm like, I didn't really, I wasn't 100% with it. And I was like, can I actually do this? So since I've like pretty much, I go out maybe once a month, but since I've cut down massively, my mindset has just been locked in and I've just been focused, and just the drive you get from that is unreal.
Yeah, so good to see too. And touching on that, so you obviously motivate a lot of people and you inspire a lot of people. But is there anybody that inspires you? Like, is there anyone that you know that really motivates you or inspires you, whether that was at a young age or even now?
Look, honestly, a lot of the guys on social media, like Trey, I know I've met him a few times, but his work ethic it inspires me. And like, just a lot of the guys on social media, like when I see someone pushing out content like Trey, like Mendoza, Anabolic Gabe, like I look at those guys and I'm kind of like, I'm at the same age as them, and I just see them grinding content every day, week in, week out. That just pushes me to be like, I need to do that. Because if you want to be at that level, you've got to even one up them. Yeah. So that, that's what inspires me. And then also the guys, like obviously C-Bum at the gym, like he just like when you watch one of his videos, it just gives me the motivation. I want to have the best session.
Man. I want to. He's so different.
Yeah, like he's unbelievable, man. So he inspires me in the gym, but then like, those content creators, they make me push in content wise. But then, even in life, look, not really, man. I've kind of just, not really. Just those guys. Just the social media space has really inspired me in the gym.
Picked off people through life.
Yeah, picked off people, and I might talk to someone and they inspire me, and then I'll just keep.
And I actually really respect that, and I really like that, how it's like there's not this idolization that you have in your mindset. It's you're letting yourself grow off every conversation you have. Whether it's from this or whether it's from a conversation you have in the gym or the shop or whatever. Yeah. Every time you're having those conversations, you're growing in some way or form. Yeah. And you're networking and you're getting to a point where you're like, I can feed off everybody in a positive way. Whether it's a negative, whether there's a negative connotation to it or it's a negative event, you can still feed off that and go, you know what, I'm not going to do that next time. Yeah. Or this is a way of me learning and growing. Yeah. And I really, really respect that, man.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I found just speaking to networking has been huge for me. I've found that going, I've gone to a few like the influencer events, but you meet some big names there. Yeah. And just listening to them and just just getting their aura and their energy. Yeah.
You just aura. I actually love that word.
No, I like that word. So just talking to them, man, you learn so much, and you just kind of see how they just operate as an individual. And you kind of just it motivates you, man. It inspires you, and you're like, and they're just a person as well. They're just a human, and anyone can do it. Like anyone can be in their position. Anyone can strive. Yeah. You just got to go out and do it.
I love that, bro. I love that. we've touched on so much stuff today, and we've, you know, around motivation and inspiration and gym and dieting and food and all these amazing things, and it's been so awesome. But if you were to just leave one thing to someone, doesn't matter what they're going through or whatever it is, if you were to leave one thing, what would James Serbov say?
Look, I would say give 110% to everything. Work hard and never give up. Like, always put your head down. And if you're in a hard situation, I want you to do it. That's my challenge to everyone watching. If you're uncomfortable or there's something hard that you think, I don't know if I should be doing that, that's exactly what you should be doing. Go out and do it. Do hard things, and I promise you will see change in your life.
Face your challenges.
Exactly. Face it, take it head on, and you'll see results from it.
Thank you for everybody to listening on Into the Yarning Circle, and make sure to share, comment, subscribe, and like. And if you're wanting to watch the visual side of this podcast, make sure to hit Isiah.Hippisley at youtube.com.